Hey, what's up YouTube? On this video, I'm going to talk with you about the 5 areas where most people have problems in their relationship with their money. Make sure you watch to the end where I bring it all together so you know how each of these 5 things play into your whole overall financial picture. My name is Paris Clough and this is Financial Self-Reliance. On this channel, we talk about the mindsets and the skill sets of the wealthy so that you can learn how to manage, protect, and grow your money. If that sounds like the kind of channel you want to be a part of, go ahead and smash the like button and hit subscribe so that you don't miss any of the content that I produce. The first and foundational area of your money is your income. One of the biggest problems in America today is people just don't make enough money for what they need to do or what they want to do. And a lot of that does deal with the fact that employers are only willing to pay so much. But it also has a lot to do with your confidence in what you're worth and what your value is to that company. If you had a little more confidence in your value and what you could bring to the table for that company, you might be surprised how much more a company is willing to pay you than your coworker because you're willing to give that company more of your talents and your time and your efforts. So being of value to a company can pay you back in a higher income. Too many Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. They're living on one income. They don't have reliable income, and they don't set aside enough money from that income to pay for and take care of their taxes. Taxes are a big deal. You've got to make sure that you're setting money aside for that. The second place most people have a problem with their money is in their credit. A lot of times people, if they're not making enough money, they're not paying their bills on time, your credit scores go down, you have a higher interest rate that you're being charged whenever you do borrow money, and you're in a cycle of paying more than you should be because you're not able to make enough money to be able to get out of that cycle. So it's imperative that you make sure that you're making your payments on time. Living within your means is critical. So make sure that whatever income you do have, you're spending less than that amount so that you can maintain a good credit. Maintaining good credit is important. It will save you thousands of dollars in interest. And it's important to keep on top of your credit because identity theft is a big deal. The third area in which most people have problems with their finances is the lack of proper insurance. Insurance is critical. It's kind of one of those necessary evils where nobody really wants to have the insurance, but man, if something happens, you are so thankful that you had it. So having the proper insurance is so critical. That includes health insurance, life insurance, car insurance, homeowners insurance, renters insurance. All types of insurance are critical. It's so important to have proper insurance in case of emergencies. Too many people will live life with no insurance. They'll have a tragedy or they'll have an accident and then they have no money to pay for it and then they go into debt. Specifically, medical bills and other bills can pile up quickly if you don't have the right kind of insurance. Speaking of the bills piling up and money piling up and not making enough money, one of the other biggest problems in America today is debt. The fourth area where most people have problems is debt. Having too much debt, having horrible credit scores so the interest that you're paying on that debt is significant so that you're really not getting any headway on the debt. You're not paying it off because your minimum payments are barely scratching the surface. Most credit cards, if you look at the statement, it will tell you if you make the minimum payment, you're going to be making that minimum payment for years, in some cases decades, which is ridiculous because that's a lot of interest to be paying. Never pay the minimum payment. Always pay more than that or whatever you can afford. And if your income is good and strong and you've got a great credit score and you're properly insured against problems that may occur, you're not going to have these burdens that come upon you and these huge amounts of debts. The other thing is that if you learn to live within your means, you're not going to overspend and buy things that you shouldn't buy because you don't have the money to buy those things. You're going to have better discipline to save up first and buy those things with money you have saved. All right, the last and final area where most people have problems with their money is in their assets, their accumulation of wealth. More people today are retiring with no money. They're only retiring with Social Security. And we all know that if that's even around for most of us, it's going to be greatly diminished and it's not going to be very much. So it's imperative for us to be able to save money, put money aside, and put money in the right place so that it's earning the right interest rate so that we can make it to retirement on time with enough money to make it last. Another huge problem in that same category is people just don't have enough money set aside for emergencies. They don't have enough money set aside for college planning or for other life events. They don't put money aside for down payments on cars or down payments on houses. It's imperative that you take time to build your assets, build your wealth, and make sure that you're doing it properly so that you're not taking undue risks. One of the key things in all of this is that you have got to learn to live within your means and then take time to learn how to grow your means so that you're making more money. And then with that more money, you can pay down your bills, pay down your debts, build up your assets, and grow your wealth. It's important to build your net worth. Building your net worth is done by both increasing assets and decreasing liabilities, and that can be done at the same time. They don't have to be done one or the other. You don't have to pay off all your debts before you can start building wealth. And you don't have to start building wealth before you can pay off all your debts. You can actually be paying down your debts and building wealth at the same time. I hope you see how important it is to build a strong income. I have a course called the 30-Day Challenge where I show you exactly how to increase your cash flow, specifically your positive cash flow, so that you can have more money to be able to pay down your debts and build your wealth over time. And it's a free course available to you by clicking a link in the description below. Everybody who's taken that course has been able to increase their positive cash flow. One of my students was able to increase their positive cash flow by $700 a month. What would you do with an extra $700 a month? Put in the comments below something that you would do if you had an extra $700 a month. And I hope it's something along the lines of invest, save, pay down debts, things of that nature. I hope it's not buy a fancier car now that you have that extra money each month to pay for that payment. Be wise with your money, be frugal, live within your means, and then grow your means and build your net worth and get to a positive net worth, build your assets. I hope you got a lot out of this video. I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.